Hello guys, and welcome to yet another in-depth review here on NT Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, as always sitting behind the camera giving you guys these awesome in-depth walk around videos. And today we're taking a look at a really nice small SUV here coming from Volvo. And it is of course the 2019 Volvo XC40, and this is in the T5 Momentum trim level. Now, before we get started reviewing this beautiful Volvo for you guys, I'd like to give a huge thanks out to Volvo of Watertown, that is a part of the Valenti Auto Group. And if you're interested in purchasing a Volvo, their website will be in the description box. Alrighty, so I wanted to show you guys the window sticker quickly, just so you can get familiarized how a Volvo sets up their window stickers. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and go over all of our standard features. They're right over here in these two columns. Then we also have our optional features, which we will be focusing on in just a few minutes. We also have our fuel economy information all the way over there, our parts and content column over there, and then our crash ratings. This car is not rated from the IIHS quite yet, just because it's so new. Just came off the truck. These cars are all new. So we can go ahead and take a look at the options list just to show you guys, just for a little disclaimer, to see what kind of packages and options we're dealing with. So first of all, we're dealing with the $1,400 premium package, which comes with some really cool features like keyless entry and the power liftgate. You also have some semi-autonomous driving functions, which is pretty awesome, with the adaptive cruise control. You get dual zone climate control, garage door home links, whole bunch of cool features that you can see right there. We also have the $1,100 vision package, which comes with the blind spot information, cross traffic alert with auto braking. We also have park pilot assist, which means it has the front and rear parking sensors. We also have the power retractable rear view mirrors, which are pretty awesome. You can lock and unlock the car and they'll fold in for you. Then you also have the auto dimming interior and exterior mirrors, which, trust me, is a huge deal. Down below we also have the multimedia package, which comes in at $1,375. With that you get the navigation system and a really nice Harman Kardon sound system. You also have the heated front seats and heated steering wheel, the panoramic moonroof. We have the white contrast exterior roof, which is one of the reasons why I chose to do this car. It just gives it a really cool appearance. We also have the optional 19-inch wheels with the white alloy color. Then we also have a $995 destination charge, with our total vehicle price coming out to $43,120. Now, taking a look at the side profile of the all-new 2019 XC40, this one has a really cool color choice, and it's called Amazon Blue, and it also has that white contrasting roof, like you heard me say earlier, just in the window sticker. And that's really the reason why I chose to do this car, because it's such a neat color scheme, and you really never see cars with a white roof. Anyways, that is one of 7 color choices, that Amazon Blue. And our wheelbase comes out to 105.4 inches. And wrapping around so that you could see the rear of the all-new XC40, it's a really good looking rear end with the typical vertical Volvo lights. And we can discuss drivetrain options. All XC40s thus far come with all-wheel drive. Alright, so we could start the exterior portion of this video on the front here. And we could start off with the headlamps. As you can see, the LED daytime running light is illuminated, and that also doubles as the LED turn signal. We have LED high and low beams and reflector housings. So everything up front is going to be LED as far as the lighting. If we take a look down here, we have some nice plastic trimming that definitely helps out with all the chips and everything to keep your paint nice and clean. You'll also have some circles on the front bumper, pretty much all the way around the front bumper, even on the sides, and those are your parking sensors. And these side ones help out with your autonomous parking, which is really awesome. You also do have the really nice rectangular Volvo grille there, some silver trimming at the bottom, and all of that makes for a really nice looking front end. Alrighty, so taking a look up here at the hood, it's a really neat looking hood in the way that it wraps around almost down to the fender wells over there. But we do have some nice subtle creases integrating in the lines there. And before we get down to the wheels, we have some really nice plastic cladding that protect your paint from all the road trips and whatnot. But taking a look down here, we have some pretty unique wheels, and they are 19-inch wheels. The face of the wheel is actually painted in white to match the contrasting roof and mirrors. So pretty neat element there. So again, 19-inch wheels, and the tires measure 235/50. We have ventilated disc brakes up front, and we also have the lug nut caps, which is pretty neat. Some pretty neat design elements down there with the body work. Again, we have the white mirror caps, which is a pretty neat element there. And taking a look at the white roof, really cool looking up there. You can see the side sills and the panoramic sunroof up there. And also over here you can see your blind spot warning and your turn signal. So down here we have some pretty neat body colored door handles with your smart key entry, and I will show you guys how that works. We have some pretty dark tinted glass back here too. In the rear we have the same white painted wheels with solid disc brakes back here. Coming towards the rear, it gives a pretty neat shape with the typical Volvo vertical rear taillights. And the taillights are LEDs with your regular bulbs for the turn signals, which gives it a pretty cool look. We have lots of black plastic down here that again protects your paint very much. As far as badging back here, we have the XC40 badging. Of course, the Volvo badging going across the length of the tailgate. Then we also have our powertrain badging back here. Parking sensors again in the back go all the way across the rear bumper. We have some nice trim on the back, and you also have hidden dual exhaust. Not sure if you could see that, but again, pretty cool rear to this car, just like the front. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and take a look underneath the hood. Okay, so with the hood open, you can see it's a really nice and big hood, giving you lots of room to work under here. And at the time of filming, which is April of 2018, there's only one engine choice available, and it is a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4, producing 248 horsepower at 5,500 RPM. And 258 pound-feet of torque between 1,800 and 4,800 RPM. As you can see, all of your belts are located right over here. You have some fluids. So your washer fluid, a coolant overflow is over there. You have your battery over here, your air box. You could see some metal underneath there, and you have a pretty large engine cover. That's quite alright. And the hood is mostly insulated up here and on the firewall. Okay, so the way Volvo sets up their keyless entry is if you have the key fob in your pocket, you can remotely lock and unlock the doors. So just as an example, this car is locked at the moment, as you can see. If you want to unlock it, all you need to do is just put your hand behind the handle and it'll unlock all 4 doors. If you want to lock it again, just put your thumb right here on this little indented pattern. All 4 doors will lock. Alright, so taking a look at the door panel here, we can start off here, and this is one of 4 different color choices. It is a nice gray, and I believe they call it amber. Nice soft touch door panels over here, and I believe it is all leather wrapped all the way over here. You have some nice aluminum accents found throughout the vehicle, metal door handles. You also do have one of 13 Harman Kardon speakers. The bottom over here is the only real hard touch plastic that you're going to find on the door. But take a look at this. This is all carpeting over here. And you have a huge storage bin down here with a bottle holder. You have child locks and the window locks back here. Your regular window controls, mirror adjustments, and your lock unlock. You also do have 2-person memory. Nice little Volvo accent down here. We also have 12-way power adjustable leather seats. Really, really nice details to these seats. Take a look at the grain and the leather, and there's stitching everywhere. Extremely comfortable seats too, by the way. But as far as the left of the dash, you have this really nice air vent with some bright work there. You have some controls over here for your gauge dimmer and a trunk release. You can also see a little bit better. There's your release for your telescoping steering wheel. There's your pedals down there and a hood release right over here like you just saw a little bit earlier. And you have some buttons where your carpeted floor mats will button in there. Well, let's go ahead and hop in, start it up, and check out the rest of the interior here. Okay, so as far as the key fob goes for this Volvo, it's the same really nice key that you get with the 90 series or the 60 series model. Now, depending on what trim level you get, this key can even be leather wrapped. So we just have the basic key here for the base model, Momentum. But if you get the R design, it's actually going to be a leather wrapped key, which is really cool. This is still a really nice key nonetheless. It's got really soft materials on the face and the back. And our buttons are actually on the side, so you have a panic alarm over here, then you have your lock, unlock, and a trunk release right over there. So again, really nice key that Volvo uses, but all you need to do to start this car is just make sure the key is on the inside of the vehicle. You have push button start right here, and just make sure your foot's on the brake. Press that button and it'll fire right up. Alrighty, so we could start off the driver's seat portion of the interior with this really nice leather wrapped steering wheel here. And you will get this steering wheel in the Momentum trim. I believe the R design gets just a little bit of a different steering wheel here. However, it's very nicely leather wrapped, like I just said, and you also have some nice stitching on the inside of the wheel, as well as some nice grip bolsters. And it is a heated steering wheel, so I have that function on right now, and it's heating up my hands very nicely on this very cold 47-degree April day here in New England. But as far as functionalities on the steering wheel, right over here you have all of your adaptive cruise control settings. So you can set your distance right here and then set the cruise control overall. You can set a speed to. Moving across the nice airbag cover. Over here you have your voice commands. You also have some menus for your different configurable displays up there. Then you also have some buttons over here for your audio volume is up and down, and you could skip between your different presets with those two buttons right there. And in the center is just a select button to select different sources. So, with that over with, we also do have some nice metallic accents on the steering wheel. But behind the steering wheel, we have a couple of stalks. The one on the left controls pretty much all of your lighting, so all of your headlight controls are right over here, your high beams, turn signals, as well as your front and rear fog lights. Down here, over here, we also have our front and rear wipers. Now up here, actually coming standard on the XC40 is this completely digital display up here. And as you can see, we're displaying our navigation map right up there, which is really awesome. But normally we have our speedometer over here, tachometer over there, and also displays what gear we're in. We have some more information up top, as well as our gas gauge down there, and a speed limit warning, so you can see the road that we're on right over there is going to be right at 25 miles an hour. We also have more controls that we can actually use. These over here, it actually doubles as the audio controls, but then when you click this, it'll switch over to the little screen in there, and you can start making selections. So you can see your trips, a bunch of different settings up there. You can also display some media controls up here. You can display what's going on with your phone and your navigation when those two are set up. So really nice screen up there when you get to see your navigation. Taking a look up here, we have a really nice dashboard. We have a Harman Kardon speaker right in the center there. And the dash is pretty much soft to the touch materials, which is really nice too. And taking a look down here again, this screen, very nice vertical. I believe it's about a 9-inch screen, is standard on all XC40s. And it's very much like a tablet in my eyes. So this is pretty much our home screen right here, which pretty much lists off all of our recent menus up here. So we have our navigation screen up here. You can set your destination right over here. You also have a home button right down here, which is pretty cool. We have a compass, which brings you back to your home screen. We also have our radio screen right here, which lists off all your presets, tuning, and your library. We have our phone screen right over here, which isn't going to display a whole lot because we don't have a phone hooked up. But as you can see, it'll display all your contacts, recent calling, the keypad, and then you can also view all your recent calls and whatnot. Taking a look up here, dragging from the top of the screen, we have notifications. We also have settings up here that we could go through. So a bunch of different settings. So pretty cool there. Really customizable. As you can see. But if we swipe to the left of the screen, we have a bunch of different menus that we can turn on and off. So we can turn our ESC on or off. We have our lane keeping assist. We can turn that on and off. can turn our parking assist on and off, cross traffic, auto start stop, blind spot information. We could turn all of that stuff off. We can click our camera so that we could bring up our backup camera whenever we want. We could also zoom in to see if there's something in our way. And from this screen we can also turn on and off our guidance lines. And those guidance lines also adjust when you turn the steering wheel. We could turn off our parking sensors, and then we can also turn off our cross traffic alert with that right there. This is where we can also access our automatic parking feature, so we can either have it park in to a parking spot or park out, which is pretty awesome. Going back to home, we have some more features over here. We also have a button right there to fold down our rear headrests in case we need more visibility back there. Pretty neat. We can turn on and off our roadside recognition, our cruise control, locking. We could actually put the wipers in a service position, which I always found cool on a Volvo. You just press that right there. It'll put the wipers right up there, so that you could change the wipers out. And you could also turn on and off your collision avoidance system. Swiping to the right of the main screen, we also have some more settings. All of our applications up here, and then we could have some more settings down here, like our car status. You could check our oil level through here. Messages, just your performance, so miles per gallon and whatnot. You can set different preferences. And then we also have our Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also adjust our sound system here. And then down at the bottom we have our climate controls, so we could adjust our temperature just like so. And it is a dual zone climate control, so we could have this side at 69 degrees and that side at a higher temperature, but we're just going to set them both at high. It is an automatic climate control. As you can hear, the fans are going on, but we're going to set the climate control off just since we don't need it right now. As you can see, our fan speeds are over here, and then you could select the zone where you want the air to blow. So your defrosters, all different zones right there. Defrosters are up there. You can also adjust your parking climate, so it'll actually set the air conditioning when you unlock the car and whatnot. And then over here we have settings for your 3-stage heated seats, and actually the steering wheel is 3-stage heating too, which is pretty awesome. And we also have those same controls for the passenger. And that screen is surrounded by some nice high gloss black and these very nice air vents over there. Taking a look down here is pretty much the only physical buttons on the dash. With our 4-way hazards, quick access buttons for your defrosters, skip for your radio, and then your volume knob. You can also select between different driving modes. So we have Eco, Comfort, Off-Road, and Dynamic. Eco mode changes up the tachometer to a more eco driving friendly setup there. That's Comfort. We have Off-Road, and then a performance screen. So pretty neat customizability there. We also have a bunch of storage in the front here. You also have the wireless charging pad. You have a couple of USB inlets and a 12-volt power outlet. Again, this doubles as a charging station right over there. You have a little pocket right there to maybe stand your phone up straight or something like that. So here we have our gear selector for the 8-speed automatic. And it's a nice little gear selector, electronic of course. The way you use it is you have the button right there for the park. If you want to put it into drive, of course, put your foot on the brake and pull back on the lever twice. So we are now in drive as it suggests. If you want to go into neutral, just pick it up once. If you want to go into reverse, pick it up once again. And of course, once you're in reverse, the backup camera will show up. And then once you want park, just press the button right there and you're all set. You have a couple of cup holders down here with some supports at the side. You have a couple of buttons here finished in high gloss, both for your electronic parking brake. So to set the electronic parking brake, you want to make sure your foot's on the brake and you pick up. To disengage it, you just press down on the button. And you also have your auto start stop button. You can turn that off right there. Now down here is one of the more neat elements in this car. And I believe you could use this as a trash can. So you just put all your trash in there and then open this on up. And it comes right out and you can empty it out, which is pretty cool. But underneath the armrest is a nice bit of storage with some rubberized material at the bottom, so whatever you put in there isn't going to move around. And on the top of the armrest is nice padded material with the stitching. Just take a look at the design on these seats, which is so beautiful, and you also have the Sweden flag right there, which is pretty cool. Taking a look up here, we have a frameless mirror with a compass, and you have your 3-door garage door home links at the bottom. You have some SOS and safety controls there. We have all of our lighting controls up there. We also have our panoramic sunroof controls. So, we have a shade that blocks pretty much all the light. And you can stop it wherever you please, and this button actually controls both the sunroof and the shade. So you can open up the sunroof there. You can also open the shade. Now the sunroof does vent up and go all the way back, like so. And as you can see, you have a nice wind deflector up here, which greatly reduces the buffeting. And you can close that sunroof right on up. And we'll leave the shade open just to get some more light on the inside. Now taking a look at this headliner, it's very, very nice. Very nice quality headliner. We also have our visors up here with some mirrors and LED lights, and you also have a card holder. These also extend to the side to block the light from the side, which is a nice feature. But for the next portion of the video, I'm going to go ahead and grab the keys, set my driving position to a good position for my 5'10" self, and we're going to go ahead and check out the rear passenger space, see how much room we have. So really pretty neat shaped door back here, even from the inside. So the angled glass gives it a really cool appearance over there. But really nice details on the back here, so pretty much the same materials as up front. Nice soft leather door rests here, nice metal door handles. You have the lock button right over here, lock unlock. You also have the window controls right there. And the nice same carpeting that you saw up front, with a little bit of a storage tray right there. You have a couple of speakers on the door back here. Really like that carpeting on the door. Same really nice details back here with the seats, as you can see. You have some storage trays off to the side. Let's go ahead and hop in and see how much room we have back here. And it's a very surprising amount. I'd say at least 2 inches of legroom, not cramped in here at all. Just the right amount of room back here. A lot more room than I was expecting from a smaller SUV, definitely. Now we do have a couple of air vents back here with same styling as up front, which is very nice. We also have a USB charger back here, and I believe it is that new type USB fast charger. We have a pretty significant hump on the center there, so the center passengers, if you do have a center passenger, he's going to have to straddle that. But if you don't have a center passenger, you have a nice armrest that comes down, and it's leather padded. And the center does also raise up if you have a center passenger there. And the panoramic sunroof continues very nicely back here. It ends up right about where my head is. You have some LED lights back here and a coat hook. But overall, very, very impressive interior for this all-new XC40. Next, let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. So the passenger door is much like the driver's as far as the design goes. We have a speaker on the door, tons of storage with that nice carpeting down here, soft to the touch armrests, that nice aluminum accents over here. And the passenger seat is the same 12-way power adjusting as the driver's, which is really awesome to see. Let's go ahead and see how much storage we have in the lockable glove box. It is also illuminated, and you do have a pretty good amount of storage in there. It is a little bit on the small side, but just keep in mind how much storage you have in the doors and throughout the whole interior of this car. Very impressive storage space. And the passenger has some pretty cool design elements to look at, like the nice aluminum and the air vents. Very impressive interior for this car. Next, let's go ahead and check out the trunk space. Alrighty, so we do have the option of a full power liftgate, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that by just pressing the button on the key fob. It'll pop up pretty quick, and underneath the trunk you have a really good amount of storage space back here. As you can see, we have the carpeted floor mats, really nice quality, and then we also have our owner's manual and all that good literature back there. We have a 12-volt power outlet back here, and we also have some even more storage underneath the floor there. We could also set a divider so that we can divide our storage. And also underneath this floor we do have our spare tire and jack. We have LED lights to either side of the storage here. And we could also fold the rear seats down. Just clicking the buttons right there, it'll fold right on down 60/40, which is pretty cool. We also do have a cargo shade, and up top we have a couple of buttons. This one's to close the trunk and lock all the doors, and then this one is just to close the trunk. This car also does have the kick sensor, so it is pretty much hands-free. So, opening up the cover to the 14.2 gallon fuel tank. According to the window sticker, you should be seeing around 23 miles per gallon in the city and 31 on the highway. Minimum octane rating of 91 is recommended. And you do have a capless fuel filler. So to end this video, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching. and I hope you stay with us for future in-depth reviews.